Hi, it's our favorite time of the week again, time for Route 10.
Hi guys, so Darren, tell us what is happening this week.
This week, you get to meet entrepreneur and image consultant Nicole Eastmond. Dance group Inside Outt. We go on the road to interview the soca bashment king, Stiffy.
I know you guys are wondering where we are. Darren, we are at Carrington Factory. Who better to tell us more about this factory other than the author of the St. Philip book, G. Addinton Forde?
When sugar was the mainstay of the economy in Barbados, we had 100, at the time would be regarded as modern factories, which replaced the mills. There were 15 in St. Philip, and one of these was Carrington. It has, still has a beautifully preserved crane. We used to call them hogs, which was used to load the canes to take the canes from off the truck and put them down to be used for the factory later. In the 1960s, we used to produce 200,000 tons of sugar a year. So when the sugar yield started to be reduced drastically, then there was no need for so many factories, and gradually they until now there's only one. One of the fuels that they used was bagasse, which was the dry thing from the canes, the dry sediment from the canes. And those would produce a lot of smoke. All factories had a very tall chimney to lift this smoke up as high as possible in the air so it would not become a nuisance to people around. There were very few people who could make them, and if you look, you can see they're made. You see that they're made out of very. Most of them are very small bricks, and they survive hurricanes and the little earthquake that we would have had. Carrington was also one of the train stations. When the train used to run from 1881 to 1937, there were 9 stations, which included the ruins in St. Michael, Buckley, Carrington, Sunbury, Bushy Park, and 3 houses in St. Philip, the Bath in St. John, Bathsheba in St. Joseph, and Red Plain in St. Andrew.
To know more about the parish of St. Philip and by extension Barbados, get your copy of the St. Philip book at all bookstores island-wide.
Mr. Forde spoke of the history of Carrington Factory. Now to tell us more of the day-to-day operations, we have employee Katrina Boyne.
Hi Vanessa, hi Darren.
Hi Katrina.
Hi Katrina, and
Hi.
welcome to Route 10.
Thank you, welcome to Carrington Transloading Station.
Thank you so much. So how long have you been working here?
I've been working at BAMC for 7 years and here at Carrington for 3.
And what is your job description?
Well, I'm a cane wearer as well as a supervisor. So more or less I purchase cane for the factory operations, for the factory to grind, to make sugar. Yeah.
Earlier you said welcome to Carrington Cane Loading Station. So Carrington is not a factory anymore.
Well, it's really transloading station, and it's not a factory anymore. It shut down many years ago. But what we do here, when you hear transloading, you can think of transferring or transporting of the cane. It's not feasible for a tractor to bring 2 bins out of a ground from St. Philip and haul it all the way across the highway to Portville factory.
Yeah.
This is why cane loading or transloading stations exist, where we would weigh each cart, and then we were going to dump the 4 carts into a 40-foot trailer, and then that's what goes to the factory to mill.
On average, how much cane does Carrington weigh on a cane season?
It's difficult to say. I've been here only 3 years. I can say last year we did over 17,000 tons alone here at Carrington, and we expect more next year, but we'll wait and see how the season goes.
Now that's cane season activity.
Yes.
Is the transloading station active outside of cane season?
We're active 24/7. Well, sorry, not 24/7, but all year round. All year round we're active. We have a cane season and we also have an out of crop season. The out of crop season is considered our maintenance season, which is very important for the type of work that we do. With respect to the bridges, the calibration and the maintenance of the bridges, and as well as our crane, which is a very dangerous job, as you will know or can imagine. We have mechanical maintenance, electrical maintenance, as well as calibration. So we have people coming to test the scales, the weights, make sure everything is on par for the next cane season.
I know my maths. You
Yes.
said you've been here for 5 years and 3 years at Carrington, which means you've worked somewhere else. Now tell us at Route 10, what's special about working at the St. Philip Carrington factory, train loading station?
Not train loading, transloading.
Transloading station. I'm so
Transferring, transloading, transporting. Yes. Well, more or less, we have private farms that bring cane here to Carrington, and we also have our own farms, BMC home-based farms, and all of them are in the parish of St. Philip. As you know, St. Philip is known to have one of the largest agricultural areas in the island, and I guess I feel a sense of ownership to it because it's a St. Philip factory. All the cane is coming from St. Philip except the little bit that trickles into St. John, but more or less the cane comes from St. Philip. I feel like this is a St. Philip operation, and we soon bring the cane to make the sugar, and we I guess more or less contributing to the whole process of Barbados sugar making. So yes, makes me feel at home.
Well, thank you, Katrina. Thank you for your time.
Thank you too. Thank you for having me.
Well, guys, that was sweet, sweet talk, no pun intended. Don't know what to wear to that special event? Stay tuned to Route 10.
I'm a certified image consultant. So when you come in, it's not as easy as just picking some stuff off of the rack and just trying them on.
The name of the group is Inside Outt. Been together for approximately 8 years or more.
The way someone dresses says a lot about them. Their character, their personality, the things you like. Now meet image consultant and entrepreneur, Nicole Eastmond.
London Designs, we've been here for the last 7 years. And basically it's a store that caters to the discerning female. I'm a certified image consultant. So when you come in, it's not as easy as just picking some stuff off of the rack and just trying them on. You actually start with assessing the shape and the body type of the individual. You take a lot of things into consideration, including their height, their weight, their skin tone. So a fitting can probably go as short as probably an hour and going as much as 2 hours for us to find that outfit that really suits our client. When Vanessa first came to us, you have a chat with her, you let her roam the store, find out what she likes and what she doesn't like. And then what you do, I basically assess her skin tone, her complexion, and also you find out exactly who's your target audience for Route 10. So once you figure out, have all those perimeters set, then we decide we're going to go for her youthful, classy, covered, stated elegance, and still with a bit of edge. So that's how we basically have been styling Vanessa during the duration of the Route 10 TV show. We basically refer to ourselves as the all-occasion outfitters. We eliminate the fact that you have to take the 8-hour trip to London. We do that for you. We have our go-to clients. So they would actually submit a list for us of all the events that they're attending within a specified period. We actually have a personal buying aspect of the business. And then we have the general retail aspect of the business as well. We have the fashion emergency. For our clients that are listed, in case you have something coming up and we are already closed, someone will open for you as early as 6 a.m., as late as 11 p.m. at night. We also have the villa service, where for some of our clients, they will be having a dinner party at evening. And what we do, we just take over some pieces of clothing, shoes, accessories, and we just display. And then they actually will just have like a shopping event at the dinner party. So that's another service that we offer. And our third service is free delivery island-wide. So our Instagram page, which is London Designs 246, and our Facebook page, London Designs, we actually have our online catalog there. And what happens is you just go on, and if you see something that you like, basically we can just have the fitting in the comfort of your own home, and you're able to purchase your stuff using our mobile services of using your debit or credit card and complete your transaction. Image is extremely important. I think you have to be easy on the eye. The first thing people notice are your shoes, your face, and what you're wearing, basically, and your hair. So for a woman, that's the first thing that people notice when they see her. We always say you should always be covered and classy. I was born in Christchurch, actually in Gawhill in Christchurch, and I moved over to St. Philip 9 years ago. I am a Filipino.
Well, the name of the group is Inside Outt. Been together for approximately 8 years or more. The name Inside Outt stemmed off of a church group. Where the church group's name is Inside Outt Missional Community. We just chose the name Inside Outt as it was coming from the church. Eventually, we were building with the community and outreaching to the community through the use of dance and bringing like some of the youngsters will come around and dance also. In terms of training, I guess it was just a skill that I had. Because for me, my brother, he was a dancer before, and he used to dance with Praise Academy. And I guess from him being the leader before, he was able to train us in a sense in honing our skills to be better.
Personally, I would say it's a variety of some of everything because we touch base on many different dance styles, not one in specific.
We do hip hop. We also do Caribbean-based dance, which is pasa / dancehall, which we incorporate sometimes with African dance. We also do a bit of b-boying, which is like flipping and what's not. Thursdays we train on the beach. This is a new thing that we have started this year. On Saturdays we do a more in-depth dance, which is around 5 o'clock in the evening. Everybody comes together to dance. Before it was 25 or so strong. I guess because it stemmed off from the church and stuff, and my mom at the school that she was teaching, most of the people that came to the dance group were people like from the school or in the area of the school, which would have heard word about dance group, and then from there it just build and build. Eventually it petered down to 2 people, and then we found this guy. Hello.
Yep. When I dance, I feel free. I feel like it's just me and the whole world is not there. So I see that's something that kind of calms me and put me in my happy place.
For me, especially, it's just to build the group to become the best or one of the best, I should
One
say.
of the best in Barbados.
Keep those dance feet moving. Coming up next, the Soca Bashment King, Stiffy. More on Route 10.
Right now we're just touching base with DJs, promoters, that kind of stuff, getting ready for when I do return in January, February to make the carnival run.
He is not from St. Philip. He's actually from St. Peter. However, he is a part of the Route 10 family. Who am I speaking about? Soca Bashment King, Stiffy.
I've been getting calls, been getting bookings, that kind of stuff, but it's received pretty well because as the carnival crop over finish here, then there's numerous carnivals all over the world that the music is being pumped. And what I find is that from the time crop over finish, then you have Labor Day, Notting Hill, then you have Miami Carnival. Everything is a constant rotation, so it is on one wheel. So it's being accepted really well because Barbados music for sure sets the pace. Basically, we start the ball rolling for carnivals across throughout the Caribbean and the international scene, because from here, as I said, is a rolling effect. So our music then sets the pace. So by the time we done bring we music, other people are writing, taking samples, picking the voice from we, and then going on, and then they bring their music, and then back into carnival, whatever it is. When you look at it now, Bashment will be going straight through the Caribbean from here on out because we set the pace. We set the pace. So you don't hear no more talk about Bashment is this and Bashment is that. You will see that music from other countries now having a lean towards what we call Bashment. You will see that. That's what will happen, basically. So they're gonna get on board. Without them, they will get on board. I know that. sure. Right now we're just touching base with DJs, promoters, that kind of stuff, getting ready for when I do return in January, February to make the carnival run. And then some of it will stretch into the reggae festival because there's the Hennessy Artistry, that's in December. And then coming forward then it's Carnival, Trinidad. Then you have, well, St. Vincent is relatively close to our time. But before that, then they have April. April is the reggae season in Barbados, so I do the reggae festival as well. So some of my songs then would cross into the reggae arena, and then from there it's straight into crop over. So my work starts now till crop over again. So I will be writing in between there in the festivals, different things. So it's Hennessy Artistry, then the reggae festival, then crop over, all the way like that. Certain people don't go to areas where this Bashment Soca would be played or where it's received. So you have to explain it to me in terms of what they think is Bashment and how it's received, because certain the people that would have grew up with Square One and Crossfire, I won't see them regularly fetting now in younger people fets, if you understand with me. So to say Bashment was taking a beating, I won't really cry down, really, to see. Star quality entertainment. We have 4 other artists. There's Sword, there's Renan, there's Rhea, and there's Carol Bavel. We all support one another, again, support each other. So that would be the main reason behind Star Quality Entertainment, just to branch and build and grow to the development of the artist. You can be fully plugged again. It's the energy behind it. And we've been working at this a long time. I got notebooks and there were songs straight down to about 2020. It's just a matter now of making it topical and fresh to the ears of people now, and the topics that are going on around, and basically to bring a fresh spin on what they have already, basically. But I just work non-stop. I write a verse, maybe a chorus, a hook, a bar, a line every day. So making music is not that hard for me. It's just what I want to hear from a producer when he does make a beat. So I basically defend my crown to the fullest and make sure that my fans happy with my contributions to whatever I do, basically.
Unfortunately, we have come to the end of our show, but here's a sneak peek of more to come next week.
People who owned the plantation built that for private bathing, and they would have had a door facing the road.
By 1947, Mom was running it on her own, and it grew from a very small, humble beginnings of, they borrowed the first $700 to stock it.
You get one sharpest haircuts at King Cuts. The best.
Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, and watch this program as well as many others on our YouTube channel.
See you next week.
Goodbye.